all you need for this is one single weight, whether it's a dumbbell or a kettlebell. You're going to start by stepping your feet a little wider than shoulders, toes pointed forward. I have the weight in my right hand and I'm bending into my left hip. Right leg stays nice and straight. You want to think about getting to a spot where ankle, knee, hip, and shoulder all wind up in a straight line at the bottom of the movement. Really sitting that hip back straight behind you and then driving out of that bent leg to stand. Really thinking about the outside of that bending leg to help you drive back to standing. Okay, dumbbell only comes to the inside of that front foot because your chest is lowering due to your hips going back rather than thinking of it like a toe touch. Okay, now switching hands, switching sides, feet don't change. Make sure your toes are pointed forward. Exhale to stand, driving out of that front foot, outside leg. Remember the left leg, which is the same as the weight in my hand, is staying nice and straight the whole time. The only leg that should have any bending is the leg that the weight is going towards. I also bring that free hand back behind me because it helps open everything up and sit back into the hip a little more. All right, now taking the weight, we're going to come into a single leg drop hinge. So you're going to need to do a little catch and release here. Okay, so I'm going to come into a slight hinge to start, and then I'm going to drop and deepen the hinge. Okay, careful if you're in bare feet like me. So just a little bit of catch and release on the dumbbell as you sit into those hips and hinge deeper. This is really helpful for the pelvic floor, especially if you're somebody who deals with leaking. Okay, it's helping the pelvic floor be a little bit more reactive to movements while staying under control. So instead of trying to react to something difficult like running, you're kind of in control of the movement here. Again, I always kind of start in that slight hinge so that my body just doesn't cheat. If I go straight from standing, I don't always do it correctly. For that hinge, you're going to keep your knee over your heel the entire time. And you are just pushing those hips back behind you. Again, your chest only drops because the hips are getting out of the way, not because you're reaching for like the floor or a toe touch. Okay, same thing, a little bit of a drop and catch, shoulders back, chest stays open. Kind of keep your eyes at 45 degrees in front of you. Again, I'm coming into that slight hinge first and then doing my drop and catch to get deeper. Really thinking about that tripod foot on your planted leg, little to no weight on that kickstand leg. Think about with your drop, short, quick, audible exhale with that drop and catch. Okay. If you're feeling this, you can start without the weight. But again, we're really trying to train that pelvic floor to react with your core and help prevent future leaks. All right, so taking just a quick minute to rest and shake it out. We're going to take that single dumbbell now and we're going to go into split squats. So you're going to hold the dumbbell lengthwise at your chest coming into that split squat. So once your feet are set, they're not going to move. You're going to lower down into that split squat and then rotate over that front knee. Okay, 2 keys here. Exhale as you rotate and do not let that front knee open with your rotation. So my right leg is in front. I'm rotating to the right. My right knee stays tracking between my big toe and my pinky toe. Okay, make sure you're giving that exhale and keeping that core engaged so that you don't fall over. Knees should both land at 90 at the bottom of your split squat. Again, inhale, lower, exhale through that rotation. Okay, you can make this 2 separate movements or you can kind of make it a little more smooth like I do here. Just depends on what you're comfortable with or how it feels. Okay, switching sides. So again, my feet come into that position. Shake out the shoulders a little bit if you need to. Holding that dumbbell lengthwise of my chest. Inhale, lower, exhale, rotate over that front knee. Front knee does not open with the movement. Again, kind of one movement or lower down and then rotate. Depends on your ability to control the movement and keep that good form. Okay, really driving through that front leg to help you stand up. Core is engaged throughout, so don't lose it. So if you tend to fall over at the top, you're letting too much slack into your core when you stand. There should still be a little bit of tension there the entire time. Okay, weight is off to the side. We're going to go into some pogo hops. Take a big deep breath. Okay, pogo hops are sort of like calf raises, but you're going to be on the balls of your feet and you are hopping up and down. Legs are pretty straight here. Okay, very slight bend in your knees. Everything stays nice and stacked. Think or more full inhales and exhales to help you with the movement. If you want the full version, join me over in the membership. Of course, like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask.